Hello there YouTube, this is Civils and Mitts back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for October 10th, and today we will be playing Magma Miner going from Garden's Edge into Proving Grounds, and then up against Cinder. We have Master Alchemist, so we're going to have a ton of damage for free, which is good, because we need damage for both Nim and Giannis respectively. Giannis, we would prefer to either have an inordinate amount of shielding or just the ability to, like, one turn phase him. Otherwise, getting a source of evasion can pretty much just completely negate Giannis entirely. With the amount of damage we'll have by then, we should be able to just, like, maybe 2-tap Giannis. That way he doesn't have a lot of damage. I don't know. Again, healing pools only restore 3 HP. This does not affect boss pools, so we don't care. It's pretty much something that doesn't exist. -1 will reserve, that is somewhat considerate, but it doesn't hurt Magma Miner as much as it hurts other people losing 1 will, because Magma Miner doesn't really necessarily care about ordering or making sure to, like, set up. Like, technically your heat does, but you're going to land on everything with leap for heat, and then you're going to eventually pay it out on smash or just bonking a ton of things. So losing 1 will just means that you basically lose out on 1 more source of AP gain, and it will affect your damage, but not to the point of, like, say, -1 will on Clairvoyant is huge. That's a huge damage loss for them. Anyways, we should be pretty good. Feeling good about the run. Let's see what we got here. We got Talons of Sin, and our quest is to burn. Game, you never surprise me. The only thing that's not surprising about it is the fact that you continue to try to test my patience. Anyways, we have to inflict 500 burn. Generally speaking, my setup on Leap is burn, cooldown, shield on hit. So obviously that helps. Let's actually go ahead and take a look here. We've got burn. Okay, so we can leap every turn. The AoE allows us to hit somewhere around 3 things usually. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, depending on our ascension. That can even get better. And it's good single target damage. And scales pretty well with how Miner's Heat works, because your heat gives you AP, which falls off at the start of the turn. So it actually boosts your burn damage, which can help us through this early game. Of course, it really doesn't help our turn 1, our damage per turn, in a meaningful way. So it's not going to help us get the first fight, but I'm kind of assuming with -1 will, we're going to struggle with the first fight anyways. If I really wanted to go for the first fight in Garden's Edge, I'd have to hope that they didn't spawn 2 Figments, which is highly likely, and then go for Strength and Smash. Then we may be able to do enough damage in order to topple 1 over. But I don't think that that's going to happen. We're going to take Scorching Leap because it's the best for us long term, especially because it helps us with our quest. And we're going to take a look. Valmark and Moss Spyglass are both pretty good. Moss Spyglass, due to the way that enemies spawn, is very easy to put on Giannis. And technically, the way that the bits spawn in Nim, if we're paying attention, we could probably hit him with it too. But Valmark is also just damage. It'll eventually become irrelevant as we get so much damage from, what am I trying to say? Chalice. But Chalice also makes up for the fact that we didn't add any damage to anything besides some burn, right? So I don't know, like, that's quite a bit of damage for us. Helps start us out. It's very good up tier. Otherwise, it's probably Moss Spyglass. The thing is that in Fight 1, Moss Spyglass is completely up to however the enemies spawn. So it's not really going to help us there. Valmark is going to actually help us, and, again, get us started up towards the boss. I think that that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to start out. I still think that we take money here. Tarnished Vault, as far as getting us burn, isn't going to do anything. The only burn vestige in common is Burnicle Gloves, which is when you get hit. I'm kind of assuming that we're not going to get hit, especially in the late game, when we actually have damage. So I think we would rather go Quilling Cages here. I mean, that's usually the case. It's just that sometimes you actually want to go for vestiges. These guys have low health. Ayo? We could actually do this? I like it. We are inflicting burn. Burn damage isn't bad. Do we honestly want crit chance just because... See, the thing is that we're not necessarily going to inflict burn on everything. We are going to have to find more sources of burn. So are we actually going to inflict burn on everything? My problem with burn in a daily setting is that burn requires us to actually have good defenses to pull off. And we don't have the money or the augments to force a burn build. So, I don't know, I'm wondering if we're actually even going to use this. I would much prefer to just kill things, that way I don't have to tank them. We'll do it. I don't want heavy leap. I want to save that for other things. Honestly, we probably could have chosen our first drafted binding, then came back for this. Bolstered Bonk isn't bad, though. It's a skill that we're going to spam a lot. I could also have seen Strengthen Smash. It's pretty good. Especially because we have Valmark, like that's a lot of damage. Why are you giving me Poison Vapor? This is terrible. I don't want to spend Cultivate when I only have 3 will. Poison Vapor does something. Cleave has too high a cooldown for us to even do anything with. I think I'm re-rolling this, to be frank. There's Incendiary. I can get behind that. Negative 1 cooldown on Incendiary. We could use it every single turn. Maybe prepared so that it doesn't cost us a will. We'd love to use it. So, do we go to the garden because it gives us a lot of... it gives us a green vestige and like 4 destructibles for Quillings. Or do we go to the Binding Empowerment in order to get a green that we actually need? Negative cooldown, shielding, negative cooldown on leap. We can get a burn stack on Bonk. I just think that there's too many good hits, and we're never going to see... Well, that's not true. We're going to see only 1 more green augment because it's a daily. And I think that that is worth more than a vestige, if I am perfectly honest. No, we're taking quick leap. Because now we get to leap twice his turn. And we now deal more damage and burn with Leaping Strike than we do with Incendiary. Sorry, not sorry. Hoy, we do need a Superior Vault, though. Good greens that we can get. An Earthshaker, huh? Earthshaker and a couple of Figments. You can't get the pot and the Earthshaker. That's actually quite upsetting. Oh. There we go. I want that. I want to get the DOT and Sunburn on you at least. Then I want to leap, orb, leap. You can crit here. That's pretty good. And then I want to get hit by as many things as possible. Let's use this Vengeful. I'm liking that. Okay, we kind of have to take care of you. Let's go ahead and leap first. Are you... You're being healed. That is not allowed. There we go. I will gladly take this damage. Everything's pretty much dead except for the healer. And this should be simple. Certainly not looking simple. You should be able to do this. Okay. So let's actually start by doing this. Okay. Disintegrate for Nim is appreciated. Beat of Flame is pretty good for us. We end up going into something like Orbonk, get a Leaky Pen, any of that sort of stuff. Obviously this is pretty good. Gives us some burn damage too. Helps our single target. What do we got over here? Give me some physical power. And give me shield. Okay, we're feeling pretty dang good. We now have all... I mean, our leap is going to carry us now. We just need to get more orbs. Which we can get a blue Aug for Orb on Smash. Invig is pretty good for boosting burn damage if we use it at the end of our turn. It's usually better in the event that we are not able to, or even if we're able to get full heat stacks. It's still 10 ability power until we use a binding. And then our start on the next turn is going to deal plus 100% damage. Otherwise, Lightning Bolt is quite nice. Quicken to use everything more often. Honestly, I think that might be it. If I can get Quicken prepared, Ignite prepared, or Incendiary prepared, I mean, we're looking quite good. It might be Invig, though. It's hard not to take Invig on a burn build. Oh. We don't really have smash damage now, but we certainly will. And then Lightning Bolt is also, like, pretty good. It's 3 will to pretty much take care of all the trash on the screen. Problem is that we don't really have the will to throw around. So we would leap at something, Lightning Bolt something, pick up an orb, smash. I think we've got better options than that, honestly. Is that Quicken, though? Is that Invig? Like, this is quite the gambit. If I take Quicken and it's not good... Oh... The other thing that Quicken does is it allows us to reset our heat. Which is pretty important for endgame. It just gives us more shielding, really. Invig does the same thing, basically. Yeah, Invig gets worse later due to our free ability power from Chalice of Champions. I probably should have used one of these, so now we're missing out. What have we got here? Magma Metal. Have we spent money? No, we have not. I'm willing to gamble on Magma Metal. Otherwise, Scattered Samples is pretty good. Especially when you have this, but that's 1 will per fight. Unstable Circuitry is a lot of free damage for us since we have shielding on Leaping Strike, and we also have other sources of shielding. I think Magma Metal's where it's at, though. I'm willing to take that. Now we are going to have to be on Nim's shit. Is it Incendiary? Mercurial Incendiary? I can also leap on these fools. That'll get them afterwards, so it won't raise Nim's damage till later. Grab this, leap on you. Honestly? I think this is actually better for us. We're phasing in 3. This is actually quite dangerous. May have bitten off more than I can chew here. We have to phase this turn. There we go. I guess reroll smash for a crit? I don't know, we're kind of going to need it soon. Guess I just bonk you a couple times, honestly. Walk out. That helps right there. Didn't help enough. Okay. Trying to think of what could have... What were we offered at the first binding? T-Bolt really wouldn't have done it. Invig? Maybe, honestly. Invig wouldn't have been that much more damage, but it still would have been more damage. Especially if we were going for something like Smash. Oh well. We scuffed it. We're going to take 1 turn penalty. I actually managed to get the Beat of Flame on him this time, which is much appreciated. Yeah, now we're starting to get that going. He'll be dead next turn, but we just took too long to ramp up. He's done now. A little too late. Well. I don't like these. Actually, my bad. Incinerate is fine. I really need negative cooldown though, because 4 turns is actually quite significant. I suppose we could try and double stacks a burn, knowing that we don't have damage right now. I think it's Incinerate. Like, it deals damage. I also really like this. Discounted Smash. Enhanced Quicken. Kinda cute. Would basically bring back Incinerate. Huh. If that was the case, then technically double burn would have been pretty good. We can't really reroll here. We're going to take Combusting Incendiary.
Hello there, Needless.
I guess we're going to go into all this burn damage business, but we really need to figure out how we're going to get orbs or shielding. Oh, don't know what happened there. Disintegrate's decent. Guess we're going to end up using it here. I'd kind of like to save it for the pots, but we need to use something in order to keep our slots full. We might actually need to use both. We're likely going to find one in the... You guys really are that far away. I don't like it. That just instantly kills you, huh? It's quite a lot. Dang. There we go. Now we're ensnared. We really don't care. We're going to run into a bit of difficulties here. You're already dead. Everything's been burned. It's actually almost already dying. So if we could just spread a little bit more. There we go. So it's appearing that everything's starting to come together for us at the end here, but that really doesn't help us now. Chalice of Champions right now. How many more potions are we technically going to find? 2 for this next fight. We may find another 2. A fish. 5. So that'd be worth 10 ability power. Scalding Half Charm is a lot of burn. It's seeming like we're maybe not going to get the burn quest. Scalding Half Charm is just kind of bad for Cinder because of the Cinder Cultist. We have to hit the Cinder Cultist first, so then it just disappears. Then we just get 4 burn damage, which is still something. I feel like Chalice of Champions is the way to go if we wanted to like try and do something like that. Blooming Un is also kind of unironically good. It doesn't really help our single target, but by the end of the game, we're going to have somewhere around 20 plus ability power. So at the start of our turn, we already burn everything because we should have 5 heat. And so Blooming Un is just going to smite everything for like 150. That sounds pretty good for free damage. Doesn't really help us with the Cinder fight because those enemies generally have a lot of health, but... I guess Chalice of Champions helps us the most against, what's his face? Giannis. And it's just generally good. We take that. Alright. I'll be perfectly honest. I think the right move here is to grab physical power. Although probably burn damage is the correct move. Yeah, it's probably burn damage. Increase that baseline since we're already going to get enough ability power out of both of our chalices. I like inflicting 5 extra stacks of burn, to be honest. Mega Smash could definitely help us push through Giannis. I think Blazing's fine. But then if we can get the multiplier on it, that's going to be honestly quite huge for us. Flask of Serendipity, that's appreciated. Comet inflicts more burn. It's still a damage boost. I don't think that we need money. Like, we did spend $250 on the magma metal, so we're technically in the RNG zone. But I think that Comet, being able to use that 3 times a turn, it's at least going to solidify our encounter here. And then, what do we want out of this? Take me to the Tethered Shrine, give me stats. Give me fuel and fire, that's what I desire. What the frick's going on, game? I contemplated the glyph node because I also kinda really want to get the I want to make sure we get that multiplier, but it's not too necessary. That is a good clustering. We like that. We don't care if you guys have DR. We're going to leap on you twice. That is going to take care of the bats. Let's actually start with this. That does reset our heat, but gets us the most out of this here. And then I would like to hit you guys, but we probably want you done first. Not going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen, actually. Let's hit... That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Let's hit that. Take that. Takes our drafted bindings off cooldown because we're cheaters. And go ahead, hit you guys with that. You're done. Game over, man. There's really no reason for me to use any of these bindings. Oh, I have to inflict burn. Of course there's reason for me to do that. This fight has already almost doubled our burn stacks. We love to see it. I think that's good enough. Take this, leap out. Bonk him too. Why not? It's going to take most of his health. I'm going to gamble that there's going to be a fish upcoming. I kind of want barrier potion though. Yeah, I kind of want barrier potion. And then this is the most amount of burn stacks that we can do. We should make our... Poisoned Heart isn't bad. We poison on first hit. Like, it's not going to do anything for Cinder, unless we decide that we want to leap on top of Blazing Barrier, which currently we don't have any plus HP. So, I'll tell you what, I won't say no to a 15% crit chance. Okay, Extracting Smash. We could theoretically walk up to the Cinder Cultist, just straight up Extracting Smash it. We're going to have a moderate amount of damage. We do that, he drops an orb. We can then leap on top of the Tangled Quill and maybe Cinder 3 to 4 times that turn. I'm willing to risk it. Otherwise, Scorching Bonk obviously would be helpful, but unnecessary. Another green to reduce cooldowns. Add a burn on the Bonk. Kind of bad for, yeah, I'm not really feeling that at all. Let's go here. We got more destructibles. That's good. We're going to be pretty close. The one shielding is nice. Not going to lie. I think that's what we're taking. Because we need just a little bit of protection. I think we're good. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's a good time to get our legendary. Hey! This is actually kind of up in the air. Like I gotta, right? But Contrition of Elira with our shielding leap on top of our one shielding will do a lot to protect us against Cinder to make sure that we keep our HP threshold. So it's really difficult for me to just be like, yeah, we kind of don't need this. Oh, what else do we get rid of though? Like, honestly, it's all burn at this point. We can probably finally get rid of Valmark. And I do think that that's Lava Lizard territory there. We don't really have any source of plus heat unless... Screw you, game. Like, legitimately screw you, game. I think it's bad. I legitimately think that it's bad. There's our Fueling Incendiary. That's good. I think it might honestly be Enhanced Quicken here. That's kind of the scary thing. If we do that, then it's definitely not Lava Lizard, because then we're going to take our 5 free heat and just immediately frickin' tank it. So then what? It's a Lyra's, Leap, Incendiary, Quicken, Incendiary. That should phase them. But that's only phase 1. Like, technically, feeling Incendiary isn't as good because we have Poison Heart, but also technically, not always going to have poison on the people that we want. Like we said, this is kind of useless on Cinder. Feeling Incendiary, even after we phase Cinder, he's going to have burn on him. So then when we go ahead and use Incinerate, I think it's Quicken. I'm trying to argue against it. We have a Mercurial, so we can even do the same thing on, like, say, turn 2. And then he shouldn't have any mobs on phase 3, and we can just go ahead and face race him. How we're going to do that is a good question. Maybe we leave orbs on the floor? Man, I can't believe I'm not taking the Lava Lizard. Yeah, that's probably replacing Valmark. This is not happening, I believe. Like, I really don't want this to happen. This costs so much more than Incinerate. And then leaves them with absolutely nothing. It also makes it so that we're very unlikely to just go ahead and blop the Cinder Cultist. I don't think that it's correct. I think we skip this. Although, that would certainly be how we face race Cinder in phase 3. I was hoping for some more shielding. The crit chance honestly doesn't look bad. We lost Valmark. Maybe we take physical power just so that we air quotes didn't lose any damage. I don't think that we're going to be using anything besides Bonk that often as far as physical damage. I think we can take this crit chance. Save that for after this fight just in case we get blonked a little bit. We can use one potion here. I really don't want to. These are the potions I want. These are the exact potions I want. So maybe we should have kept Valmark, gotten rid of Alchemist Tool Belt. Huh. Alright, let's do this. That's pretty good. And that goes a long way. getting rid of that box straight away. Gotta be careful not to drop you below half. That'll drop you below half. I'm afraid our heat stacks are what's actually getting us here, so we don't want to use Quicken yet. So we'll just go ahead and move ourselves like here, I guess. Thank you for bunching up and being a friend. Alright. Okay, I'll admit, Vengeful Infusion is definitely better than Barrier Potion. Probably should have drank it. I would rather not be without it, though. Heart of the Last Lifeless is our defensive cover, so we didn't need Contrition of Elira. We could have went Sybil the Lava Lizard. We could have went Burn Damage. Ah. Mirrorspire Pact, honestly, just... It's unfortunate. And this always happens when I play Miner, because I want the -1 base cooldown. This makes that irrelevant. It would have set this cooldown to 1, and then we get to use it once for free, which of course is 1 will a turn. So, Mirrorspire Pact would have been good, except it's really not going to move the needle much for us here. Crafted Siphons is useless. Obviously, we're going to take Heart of the Last Lifeless again. Gives us that little bit of a buffer, all that good stuff. We no longer need Alchemist Tool Belt, so it fits. What are we doing here? Screw it. Just give me some more burn damage. That's technically damage for Incinerate. What do we want here? Fueling Incendiary. Thank you. Everything came together. Let's take a look at this last shop here. Sparking Battery Coil. Cute. Chelsea Champions. Way too late. T for 2 also would have been pretty good at just making sure that you can take a little bit of plink damage. I probably wouldn't buy it for $250. Again, that's like our entire run's budget. That was... I feel better with Magma Metal. Of course, if you took Excavate, I suppose that you could have an inordinate amount of money at this point. Alright. Alright, it's time for some fun. Vengeful Infusion. Now we've got poison on you. Now you're phased. For free. I guess I shouldn't have, you were probably dead. It's a mistake on my part. We have a little bit of shielding, we can afford to do this. It almost kills you. Maybe we leap first. It's possible that's the right move. You're gonna get got. We're shielding. No, we're not. Why am I saying that? Okay, this is kind of a way. We can take 3 damage. We bop you once we also shield. This saves 4 HP. Moving out saves us 3 HP. We lose 3 damage. Thank you. You are phasing. I don't need to do anything special with you, except make sure that we're out of your AoE. This is for next turn. Okay. This is good. We did it. It got a little bit spicy at the end there, but we did it. And it's all thanks to the Heart of the Last Lifeless as per usual. Yeah, we lost 500 due to the one turn against Nim. And again, I'm trying to think of like what possibly could have changed that. I guess putting more burn on him with the with the burning half charm. What was the option that we took instead of that? Like, was that the beat of flame? Yeah, what the heck did we take? We got rid of it eventually. The Valmark was at the start. Then it was Beat of Flame. We took Beat of Flame instead of Scalding Half Charm. I think? I don't know what I did. Anyways, that possibly could have made a difference. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to go back and see, but I'm sure it's possible. Like, I would like to say that we barely missed him. It wasn't a barely miss, but Invig maybe would have done it because then we would have been able to actually made sure that we do full heat burn damage essentially, and then also hit him with a big smash the next turn. Maybe Invig. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the run. If not, hopefully it was educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.